biometrics. And you can also do online authentication using fingerprint, iris, face, or through a OTP. And this
Right. So, I mean, this guy is the president of India, or he was at that time, and they enrolled 1.6 billion people, and all of India is biometric already, and pretty much cashless. And I think they're actually all cashless. And China is going the same way. They're all going the same way, right? And if you go to let's see, I think he talks about it more a little bit. I can put links in if people want, but let's just see what else they're doing, or this lady says at the very end, because I have never done it, but there is many that have done it already. So let's just see what she has.
So we store the forensic view, the crystal line mapping and the thumbprint of that diamond. We identify that through scientific methods. We give the diamond a digital identity, mapping and the thumbprint of that diamond. We identify that through scientific methods. We give the diamond a digital identity.
So here, the thumbprint of that diamond, right? The thumbprint of that right hand, in your right hand, that mark, right? You know what? You can believe whatever you want. I believe this already, 100%. And I did videos for a couple of years on this, but it is becoming more and more relevant. And this isn't just Canada or United States. This is across the world.
Uganda has launched a massive biometric refugee verification exercise of the estimated more than 1 million refugees living in the country. Over 400 UNHCR staff members have been deployed to work with teams from Uganda's Office of the Prime Minister, WFP, and other partner organizations.
I want to point also this little emblem here, and I missed it in the beginning, because in Revelation 17, that the beast, the leopard, the lion, and the bear, which was Greek, Medo-Persia, and Babylon, they all have those emblems of the Greek wreath, right? United Nations, or they have the Babylonian wings, right? All of Uganda has been, and United Nations does not give you aid if you do not biometric. You cannot get rice or any kind of aid from them unless you're biometricing. So they fought it back for a while. United Nations actually let food rot if you do your homework, because they wouldn't biometric, but they're all doing it now because they need to feed their families, right? And if you look in India, same idea.
Past 7 years, across India, almost every citizen has stood in line to get a new national ID.
Next.
It's a 12-digit number backed by biometric security.
Right? It's not just China or Canada. It's India, Australia. It's the globe. This is United Nations. That here, let's just ask the beast again. Is blockchain part of biometrics?
According to ScienceDirect.com, by incorporating blockchain technology, BDAS provides a decentralized and distributed mechanism for biometric authentication without relying on a central authentication module. In BDAS, each client manages the template fragments independently and processes authentication operations.
Well, I see it changes every day what Google tells you, but I'll read it. By 2030, advances in blockchain technology will lead to its integration with biometrics. And here's that little fingerprint. You see it everywhere. You see the facial recognition sign everywhere. They are programming everybody into being biometric, right? And let's just see. MasterCard Face Pay.
Here are some pictures that match.
MasterCard Face Pay.
According to CNBC, to sign up on MasterCard, you take a picture of your face or scan your fingerprint to register it with an app. This is done either on your smartphone or at a payment terminal.
They are pushing this, and everybody's blind to it. And I've been preaching this for a couple of years already, but it is just coming more and more and more that I believe this, that this is the mark of the beast. But here's Moscow.
On the Moscow Metro can now pay for their commute using facial recognition technology. The system
Oh, and then we get an ad, eh? Gotta love. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, what are you going to do?
system is called FacePay and connects passengers' biometric data to their credit cards. It's been rolled out across all 241 stations in the Russian capital.
241 stations already have this. Europe is always a little bit ahead, but I believe that they don't do Canada and North America, United States, because we are a very strong Protestant nation. We read this Bible and our fathers showed us. And if you do it across the world first and get 2/3 of the earth all doing it, and then plus everybody that doesn't actually understand their scriptures will do it too, the rest of you will comply, just like during the pandemic. I mean, I didn't comply, but I haven't been locked out of my bank accounts yet. So, but I know that day is coming. I know that day is coming.
Just in time for the holiday travel rush, Delta Airlines and the TSA taking facial recognition to the next level. State-of-the-art technology rolling out here in Atlanta, also Detroit. For those who opt in, no more scanning your paper ticket or mobile boarding pass. All you'll need is your face. Passengers will check in using the phone app with their passport photo on file. Once here, no need to show your driver's license to an agent. Simply walk up to the kiosk, drop your mask. The camera then compares your face with the photo on file and spits out your bag tag.
And I have done this already. In 2019, Canada made biometrics law in the airport that I have to do it. And I didn't actually know that until I'm standing there, and I complied. And it says, God says to set in your heart and your mind what is about to take place. So, if we are caught unaware, sometimes we comply a little bit too easily, and I should have. And now I do believe when this biometrics and you access your bank account, then you'll need to stand and say no. But you better be prepared, right? Here's Canada's biometrics, right?
Canada is joining many countries around the world by using biometrics in an effort to help make travel easier.
So now here you got your facial recognition and your fingerprint with the camera, right? This is Canada. You can Google it yourself. I'm going to try and make it a little bit shorter. But at the end of the day, this is here. This is Canada website, citizenships and immigrations, right?
The World Economic Forum is meant to be dismissed as a so-called conspiracy theory. If that's the case, why is the Federal Liberal Party copying its policies? Scott Morrison's so-called Trusted Digital Identity Bill is a copy-paste directly from the World Economic.
So this is all through United Nations, and this guy fights for it. I can see that he might not know it's the mark of the beast, or he does and he doesn't come out, but he's a politician from Australia. So this isn't just like Russia or China or like you can Google it. It's all over, right? And they're pushing it in all sectors, right? And if you create the problem to get the solution, then so what do you create? You create all these online frauds and voter registration. Like, we want to know who you are. So if you create enough garbage of fraud online and this, they'll get everybody to take it because everybody's sick of it, right? Well, I'm not sure why.
Fingerprint and facial recognition technologies to help. What is a biometric voter registration system? Many countries have adopted biometric systems such as fingerprint and facial recognition technologies to help prevent voter fraud under multiple aliases.
Right, so they're just trying to push it more and more. And why not make it law? Because now we've created a problem, thinking that the elections are stolen and all these things. Let's make it legal, right? This is a well played chess game, and people just stream and follow into it, right? Let's see what Estonia says about their new on the World Economic Forum, their new digital identity.
It's the ID card, like this one we have in Estonia, are the mandatory in Estonia for all public services, but also for the whole economy. Since the ID card, like this one we have in.
This is just like your driver's license. This is your digital identity. This is going to be difficult, people, because anybody that taketh this mark in their right hand or in their forehead so that they can buy or sell will go through eternal damnation. So I think this is not something you should shake your head on. Like, if you believe the Bible, if you believe it, if you don't believe it and you think that God is going to just save you from everything, well, I mean, yeah, he can. But I know that you need to repent in order to do that. And he's telling you don't worship the image or receiveth of this mark, right?
In Estonia are the mandatory in Estonia. It gave many companies an automatic customer base, making it profitable to build new services on it, so digital identities can support new business generation and also innovation. When you think about the economic,
I've actually experienced the digital economy in Estonia every single time I've gone there. It truly is remarkable. But we've just completed an extensive study of
what? You see this digital diamond of the thumbprint, and it says digital identification, and
the issue of digital identity, and this is the result of work and research that we do. Remarkable. But we've just completed an extensive study